radio station. And don't forget to watch us. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, the idea of being home for Christmas took a new meaning for some residents in Rolling Fork this year. Joining us to tell us more is Keith Fulcher. He's the Executive Director of the Community Foundation of Northwest Mississippi, along with Dr. Pam Chatman. She's the founder of Boss Lady Economic Planning and Development Center, and they have been up to some good things. So welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca.
I think the last time we talked to you guys here on Good Things, you were gearing up for this great opportunity there in Rolling Fork. And now, fast forward a couple of months, Dr. Chatman, you guys were able to actually see it come to fulfillment, which is getting people home in time for the holidays there in Rolling Fork. So remind us, Dr. Chatman, how this all came together.
To you. And so we started several months ago. We received a phone call, and there was no one, no organization that were assisting, families that were renters. And so I contacted Keith Fulcher, and we began to have conversations, and then we began to activate and execute, helping families become first-time homeowners or renters. And we are proud to say that we are over 20 homes in less than a few months. We have been able to have the assets of the value of $1.2 million in home purchase. And we're so excited to be a small, integral part of making the dreams of those families come true. Not having a child to wonder where I'm going to lay my head the next day. Not having a child to wonder, will I come back home to the same place I left before I went to school? We are excited to make sure that those families that have suffered enough be able to have a place called home. And this could not be possible, Rebecca, without the help of the Community Foundation of Northwest Mississippi. Mr. Keith Fulcher has not just sat behind his desk assisting me in finding funding to help these families, but he's been boots on the ground, actually on the ground, talking, evaluating, asking the people, what are your needs? And I'm so grateful to have a partner who genuinely cares about the best interests of those families that were affected in Rolling Fork. They were affected in Humphreys County. And so we are glad that we can do assist FEMA with helping these families.
Mr. Fulcher, it's hard to believe it's been 18 months since the devastating tornadoes there in Rolling Fork as well as surrounding communities in Humphreys County. But to see the progress, man, that can really be some inspiration. So what's it like every time you guys get the opportunity to turn keys over to a new family to continue to bring them back home?
Yeah, Rebecca, so, just my background, I'm the grandson of an alcoholic, illiterate sharecropper from Yazoo City. That's my family background. So my aunt, not my great aunt, but my aunt, my father's older sister, she wore flower sackcloth dresses. My father didn't wear shoes to school until his junior year in Yazoo City. So, poor, humble beginnings is my background. And when I see people in the Mississippi Delta, families, especially children, who are still living under those poverty-stricken situations, it breaks my heart and keeps me motivated to work with nonprofits through the Community Foundation of Northwest Mississippi, nonprofits like Pam Chatman, who actually are making things happen, not just talking, but actually making things happen. So, I get emotional. It's hard for me to speak at those events, and I appreciate Pam giving me the opportunity to, but just seeing knowing what Pam said about those children, the roof won't leak. There's no mold, right? There's no holes in the floor. And those are the situations that those children most likely were living in, what were called, everybody knows in Mississippi Delta and other regions of the country, those trailers with the tires on top, and the cinder block bricks holding the roof down. I mean, you know what they look like, the window unit air conditioners. These are state-of-the-art, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $100,000 in value, central air and heat, one for a veteran that we donated. He's in a wheelchair. It's all handicap accessible and even has a sprinkler system. So this is an opportunity for our community foundation to live out our mission of trying to break intergenerational poverty. And housing is one of those social determinants of health that we are addressing thanks to FEMA, NEMA, over 90 donors that we've had to our tornado relief fund, but all credit goes to Boss Lady Pam Chatman.
Dr. Chatman, it's one thing for your colleagues who have boots on the ground with you there to sing your praises. It's another thing for your state to recognize it. But you woke up this morning and you had a wonderful article written about you guys and the work you're doing there in USA Today. You were even dubbed the Mother Teresa of Mississippi. That's their words, not yours. So what's that like, Dr. Chatman, just to see that other folks are seeing what you're doing and the team you have around you? Because, yes, you're at the forefront, but obviously it's taking a lot of community partners to make this happen. But it's being recognized.
It's a very humbling experience to wake up and be mentioned in a national paper, calling you and naming you the Mother Teresa of Mississippi. Now, Keith calls me the Mother Teresa of the Delta, but to have a national paper call you the Mother Teresa of Mississippi is truly a humbling experience. But I want to, Rebecca, to also take this moment to thank FEMA. FEMA and I and Keith have worked hands day by day, all day, every day, even, almost during Christmas Eve, we were still working, trying to make sure that every family gets what they need, to make sure that some of the families that we assisted during the holidays, make sure those kids get Christmas gifts. We purchased Christmas gift cards, and we had a general that purchased 8 houses and then turned around and bought bikes for the children. Those type of experience, there is nobody that loves like people who love to live in Mississippi, that are from Mississippi. The general now lives in Virginia, but his mind, his soul is in Mississippi. What can we all do? And that is the question that we all should be asking ourselves today. What can we do to help those families? It was their day in 2023, but tomorrow it could be our day, our way of needing help for people to help us. And that's what we're asking the people across the world, the people that are listening today. What can you do to help those families? We need your help. We cannot continue to do the things that we do, boots on the ground, without the help of the people from around the globe. Now we're receiving funds internationally, all the way from Argentina. People are sending money to say, I want to help. But we want to also know that we need the help of the people here that live here in Mississippi, that know the needs of the people in Mississippi. So everything is very humbling and grateful for me to be able to be leading the charge of helping those families across Mississippi. Rebecca, we will be having a press conference. The release will be coming out today from FEMA. We're going to make a historical sound footprint in the Mississippi Delta. For the first time, a nonprofit and a bank is going to join forces, and we're going to make sure that every county that were affected by the 2023 storm, that were families that were renters, become first-time homeowners. We're having a press conference. We will have national people here from D.C. Congressman Thompson will be on the ground. Other national people will be here in the town of Silver City. State and regional people will be on the ground because they want to know, what are you all doing that is making a difference, that has not been done in Louisiana, that has not been done in Alabama, that has not been done in Florida, but you're doing it here in Mississippi.
And you're
so
doing it
press
right, Dr.
conference-
Chatman, as well as
Yes.
Keith Fulcher. So we look forward to having more of that breaking news. You're always welcome back, Dr. Chapman. I know it's
Thank
a
you.
day after, but Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. And gosh,
Thank
we're going to keep
you.
on keeping on with you guys and your story. So thank you for your time.
Great.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Rebecca. Thank you, Pam.
All righty, you guys
Thank you.
stick with us. We got more for you.